Welcome to today's practice. Let's start in a child's pose with the knees wide, toes touching, and letting the upper body relax towards the ground with the arms wide, resting the head, getting still and calm in the body, arriving on your mat right here. Today's practice has no theme other than to move intuitively. So without really a plan in store, arriving on your mat and being open to exploring movement in a way that feels good for you, connecting with body and breath, and listening to the internal cues that help determine what shapes, poses, movements feel right in each moment. This sequence is an offering, but really feel free to alter it as needed. Holding poses longer, shifting and finding movement, not being stuck in a shape, finding the right depth and staying curious to what's going on in the body. Doing so, of course, by following the breath, letting it guide you. Creating this breath awareness right here as you start to deepen your inhales. And slow down your exhales. Every inhale broadens the upper back. And every exhale allows you to get heavier towards the ground. Couple more breaths on your own, in and out through nose, or maybe exhaling through mouth. Taking a scan to notice what areas of the body need extra attention today. Areas that are feeling stiff or tense. Taking that awareness with you into your practice when we start to move. Last few breaths here. Setting that intention to move intuitively, to stay curious, to stay present. And then keeping your hips towards your heels. Start to invite tiny movement through fingers and toes, waking the body up gently. Moving hands, feet, maybe rocking head side to side, massaging the brow. And start to press palms into the ground, straighten arms, feel the stretch under your armpits, and feel free to shift here, side to side, exploring sensation and depth. Looking forward, doming the palms, pressing to the fingers, start to walk one arm forward, breathing into that side rib, that armpit, and then switch to the other side, opposite fingers, walk forward. Inhale, come back through center and walk over to the left side, reaching and collapsing the torso, pushing yourself back, stretching the right side waist. Inhale when you're ready, off to the other side. Settle there, push, release, breathe. Coming back through center, rolling up to a kneeling shape. We're going to bring our fingertips behind us. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, wrap forward, grab your knees and dome into a rounded shape. Couple more times. Inhale to open, chest lifts. Exhale to round, moving the head, releasing the neck and shoulders, moving as quickly, as slowly as feels good, pausing when you need to explore. Getting out of the thinking mind and into the feeling mind. Inhale, reach to the left side, up and over for a side bend. And then ride your breath in the other direction. Inhale to reach, exhale, find depth. One more time each side. Inhale, length, exhale, reach. Inhale, other way. Exhale, reach. Back through center, this time twisting over to the left. And then twisting over to the right. Tall spine, finding range of motion. Try one more time in each direction. Opening up that middle and upper back especially. And then come into a tabletop position and start to take some circles. Hands can be forward, knees can be back. Circles can be as big or small as feels good. Getting into those lateral bends, the side body as the hips move right and left. Switch your circles in the other direction when you're ready. Let your head and neck get involved, and if you want to take even a longer stance between hands and knees and really drop the belly into almost a cobra pose, give it a try. Moving intuitively here. Maybe dropping for a moment into that cobra shape and then back into a child's pose, mindful of the low back, moving with breath. All the way down to the belly we come, hands are wide. Inhale, open the chest, find a lift, and exhale, cactus those elbows towards the sky. Keep moving with breath like a wave, keeping the upper body down, feeling this through the thoracic spine, letting the gaze follow as you lift the chest. Eventually pushing up and back into our first down dog. Getting into the legs, into the side body again. If shifting feels good, hips side to side, give it a try. Dropping one heel at a time. And then walk yourself back towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let the head and neck go. And then walk back to that plank pose. Up and back, downward dog. Right leg lifts, open the hip. Maybe look over that left shoulder, try to find the foot. Release the head. And then straighten the leg, plant the foot. Other side, left leg lifts, open the hip, bend the knee. Search for that foot if it feels okay. And then release the head, release the leg, foot back down. Walk all the way to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Dangle here and let yourself sway, bending one knee and then the other, letting the fingers be like paintbrushes across your mat, fully releasing the torso side to side. Come through center, take a slow roll up, stack the spine, breath at the top, and then exhale, roll back down. Again, rolling up nice and slow, head is the last to lift. And then stand tall in mountain pose, find your stance, breathe into the belly and chest. Release the head, semicircles, rolling out, one ear drops, chin down, other ear drops, chin down. Roll the shoulders, moving intuitively to open this area of the body. Anything else that feels good, both directions with those shoulders. Extend the arms, making big windmill shapes, opening, sweeping to the side, both directions, waking up the upper body. Tap the shoulders and gently sway, turning torso side to side for a twist, softening the knees. And then eventually let the arms drop down, continue to twist and sway, and see how this feels to release the upper body. Open the legs wide and drop down into a malasana squat. Heels can be lifted or can stay grounded, arms inside of legs. Open the chest, drop the hips a little bit lower. And then maybe reach one arm out to the side, reach the other up. And with breath, every exhale, opening the chest. Inhale, bring the arm down. Exhale to open. Switch to the other side. Other arm extends out, open, close it up. With breath, curious to sensation, keep those hips vulnerable. And come through center. Start to straighten the legs, walk them even wider, toes in, heels out. Release the upper body, hands support you as you sway side to side. Getting into the legs, bending one knee and then the other, letting the torso come closer to one side and then the other. Anything else that feels good here? Pausing, moving quickly or slowly. Maybe grabbing the outside of the legs, releasing the head fully, and hugging closer in between the thighs. Hands come back under the face, walk to the front of your mat, and drop into a low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, bring them back and down, creating those circles once again. Forward, open, and back. Switch directions. Getting into mobility in those shoulders, in that chest. Interlace hands behind the low back, open first, and then exhale, close, round towards that shin. Arms overhead. Inhale, fingertips down. Exhale, extend the leg and find a hamstring stretch, releasing the torso towards that foot, flex towards your face. You can sway side to side or even walk out to the left and right, exploring sensation through the inner and outer leg. Back through center, step forward and come into a forward fold. And then gently step the opposite leg back, low lunge on the other side, opening those arms. Maybe try cactusing back, bending the elbows, and then releasing them. So still that circular motion, but a little bit more of a chest and upper back opening. Switch directions, see how it feels. Exploring different sensations. You can do anything with these arms that feels good. Interlace hands behind, open the chest first, release the neck. And then come forward, nose to shin, surrender. Inhale, fingers down, exhale, hamstring stretch, extend the leg back and sway side to side, bend those elbows, explore. Walk out to left and right. Play with opening chest or rounding the back. And when you're ready, come forward, step back to a down dog and reset. You can stay here if it feels good, an optional flow, inhaling forward, lowering on your exhale. Inhale to open and exhale to close it back up into a down dog. Come into a shorter downward dog and grab the outside of the left leg with the right arm, looking under the armpit for a gentle twist, heels grounded. Release that hand, take the opposite side, reaching across, grabbing outer leg, pulling yourself under, breathing, twisting through the upper back, and stretching the legs. Release, walk yourself back, and then interlace your hands behind your low back, open your chest, and continue to fold into this forward fold, either with stillness or movement, bending one knee and then the other, gently swaying the upper body, opening chest side to side. Pause through center, release the head, bend the knees. And then inhale, come through a chair pose, press into the heels, stand tall, and come all the way to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step to a plank. Inhale forward, optional flow to lower. Your up dog, back bend. And then up and back, we meet in a downward facing dog. Reach the right leg up. Bring it forward, knee behind right wrist, drop the back leg, and set up for pigeon pose, adjusting front and back leg. Hands are wide, inhale tall. And then exhale, bend the elbows and release to the ground. A couple times like that, like a wave. Eventually lowering, walking yourself right and left, exploring sensation if it feels better to fold to the knee or the foot. Or pause through center and just come into a sleeping pigeon, resting the head, letting breath take over, opening that outer hip. Inhale, back up, plant the palms, step back to a down dog, reset. And then inhale the left leg up, step it forward, plant that knee, find the extension of the back leg, pigeon pose on the other side. Hands are wide, fingertips down, and create those wave-like movements. Inhale to open the chest, exhale to release towards the ground. Eventually exploring left and right, walking the body, noticing the difference, and then pausing somewhere that feels good, maybe through center, releasing head, neck, and shoulders, and breathing. Always option to keep moving. You don't have to pause in stillness if it's not right for you. Slowly press yourself up, sit over onto one side, and bring the legs in front of you to shake them out, wiggle, let them go. When you're ready, bend the knees, feet are wide, and start to drop the knees left and right, looking over the opposite shoulder. Keep the knees right. Walk over to the right and twist to face the back of your mat, maybe looking over one shoulder. And then unwind and go to the other side. Knees drop left, turn to face the back, twist. Inhale through center, feet connect, knees are wide. Take a butterfly shape, opening the chest, and then gently bringing yourself forward. Hands reach forward or stay on the feet. You can round with the palms up if that feels best, releasing neck and upper back. Or you can keep the chest open and find that release through the inner lines of the legs. Gently roll up when you're ready. Close your legs like a book. Sit back onto your sacrum and start to lift your legs parallel to the ground, reaching your arms forward. Option to reach the arms out to left and then right for a little Russian twist, 3 times each side. Keep the legs steady. Squeeze. And then pause through center, lowering, slow and controlled. And relax the upper body, bring the knees into the chest, and rock out the low back and hips. Take a happy baby if that feels good, rocking or still. And then eventually, feet to the ground, grab behind the left leg, hug the knee in, and then extend the foot towards the sky a couple times. Finding hamstring stretch. Eventually bending and bringing that knee across the body for a twist. Letting the other leg be long and the left shoulder ground down. Slowly come back through center. And try the other leg, grabbing behind the thigh, bending the knee, extending the foot, pointing and flexing the toes, exploring sensation. Eventually moving towards a twist across the body, gazing off to the other side, grounding that right shoulder this time. Slowing down the movement, but still keeping the option to add intuitive movement when needed. Back through center we come. Shake out the legs towards the sky. Do the same with the arms, hands. Dead bug with really releasing all the joints, all the lymphatic fluid, and then just let the knees fall. Feet may connect, knees wide. Hands on belly. Relaxing elbows and starting to follow the rise and fall of the belly as you let go of the breath and let it become automatic. Adjusting any way you need to make this shape more comfortable. Taking last movements if that's what's needed before Shavasana. Eventually dropping into stillness, making this your challenge. The duration of this still meditation where your mind stays focused on what's going on in the body, the curiosity remains, the breath is automatic but still acts as your guide, and you just let yourself be. You may stay in stillness for as long as you'd like. When you are ready to move, do so gently and slowly, still moving intuitively, taking the movements needed to wake up the body. And pausing wherever you are just to honor your body and breath for being your guides, and to thank yourself for showing up and carving out time in your day for this important practice of self-observation, movement, and meditation. Wishing you a beautiful day ahead. Namaste.